I just created the world's first indestructible Batman suit, but can it save my life? To find out, I'll be using the strongest materials on the planet, including some you can't even buy, which may have led me to accidentally create the world's most bulletproof armor. I went into this just for a YouTube video, and now all of a sudden I might be able to create a suit that's like the cutting edge of like what's out there. In order to pull this off, I need 6 different materials, because each material serves a different purpose that'll be super important when we actually test this out to see if this could save my life. The first material is something called Linex. This is actually a truck bed liner, but you can see when you coat an object with it, it can make it virtually indestructible. Now, since this is a coating, in order for me to see how this would work, I needed to cover something with it. So what I did is I 3D printed an Iron Man chest plate, covered it in the second material, which is carbon fiber, and then coated it with Linex. Carbon fiber is not only useful for absorbing and distributing the bullet's energy, but it's also flexible, which will be very important later on. But right now, my goal is to see how strong this chest plate is against 3 increasingly dangerous weapons. And starting with a baseball bat, whoa, it looked very promising, where I then let my friend stab me with a knife, and to my surprise,
That's terrifying.
it held up amazingly. But when we finally tested it against a bullet,
Whoa.
it did practically nothing.
Nice shot.
So unless I wanted to end up like this Batman instead of this Batman, Linex and carbon fiber alone would not be enough to make me bulletproof. However, it still served a purpose, which I'll get to later. So this brings us to the third material, which is Kevlar. Kevlar is actually used in bulletproof vests, and you can think of it as a super strong net meant to catch the bullet. So right now I'm just gonna cut them up into a bunch of little pieces so that we can layer them and see how much Kevlar it takes to stop a bullet. I've got 10 layers right here. Let's see what that does.
Wow. I don't think it caught it though.
So next up was 20 layers of Kevlar. And even though it looked like it got completely destroyed,
I think it caught it. Did it?
yeah, it caught it. Dude, that's sick. But there was a problem. 20 layers of Kevlar is very thick, and I'm trying to look like Batman, not Fat Man. Meaning I'll need to find a material that is just as strong as 20 layers of Kevlar, yet really thin. So I did some research and I came across this company that was all the way across the country, but they had developed something really interesting.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Nice to meet you. I'm Tyler.
As well. Mike.
Sick. They made a type of fiber that they infused with graphene, which I'd be putting to the test at a gun range. But if you don't know what graphene is,
This stuff is wonder material, that's what they call it. 200 times as strong as steel. An acre of it weighs less than a gram.
This will handle like multiple AK-47 rounds.
beautiful. Not gonna lie, I felt like Bruce Wayne when he toured Wayne Tech. The guys at Nova Graphene had won tons of awards for their work, and that's not surprising when the same material they used to create bulletproof walls,
We can line the inside of those with their communication center with panels like this.
but it can also be used in real body armor. But as we've seen, anything can be bulletproof if you have enough of it. Like, I even tested that theory with cardboard, and it took 200 layers. But what about graphene?
Shot this last Tuesday. See the Kevlar is catching, and then we got penetration here.
Yeah.
So now if we come through and we start counting, 1, 2, 3. It didn't make it through the 4th one.
And when you're building these, you're putting in 30 layers. Got a good margin there. But now, it was time to put it to the test.
Range is red.
We'd be testing the graphene against 4 bullets that each get more powerful, starting with a 9mm. For this one, we shot in 36 rounds.
No penetration.
Nothing on the back.
Nothing on the back.
So we wanted to test something bigger. We did a 44 mag. And in a new plate, we shot it in 16 times without any of them going through.
So no penetration. We're gonna try to put this back in.
Okay.
Because we haven't failed yet.
Alright. So on the same plate, we wanted to try a shotgun. This is equivalent to 9 9mm bullets.
Hold on. That did not go through, did it? And no penetration.
There is some deformation.
So finally, it was time to test a 3.5-inch buckshot, which is twice as powerful as the slug.
Big boy. All right.
And we shot the plate 5 times.
Did not go through.
No?
No penetration.
Yeah, this is the back. Caught it all. You can see where it caught them all. That's crazy. It's barely ripped on the back. It didn't go through a single time. That is wickedly impressive. Safe to say, graphene lived up to its name as a wonder material. I went into this just for a YouTube video, and now all of a sudden it might be able to create a suit that's like the cutting edge of like what's out there. After this, they actually gave me some graphene fabric that I would be able to take and use in my Batman suit. But there's a problem. When the bullet goes through, the fabric will stretch out, and the only thing stopping it from stretching is whatever's behind it, which in my case is my ribs. Which means the fifth material would need to be something that can harden upon impact to stop the bullet from reaching my ribs, and luckily, I knew just the thing. Foam, but not just any foam, one of the world's most impact absorbent foam that can literally protect an egg from falling several inches off the ground. This is D3O. The way D3O works is when you push it softly, it acts like normal foam. But when you hit it with force, it actually hardens up. I was almost done, but I needed to introduce the sixth material. This is exciting. Okay, we just got Nanovate. Designed by a company called Integrin Technologies, it's basically like real-life adamantium. And you can see a 2mm coating is enough to stop a bullet point blank. They sent me these sheets which I would cut out and put behind the front layer on every single panel. Now, even though I'm able to cut these with some really heavy-duty metal shears, what makes it so effective is the crystal structure of the metal is so small, which allows it to be way tougher. So when it's placed in front of all the layers of Kevlar and graphene fabric, it acts as a hard outer shell to break up the bullet and allow the fabric to catch the rest. So now that I had all 6 materials, it was time to start putting it together before finally testing it out. Starting with carbon fiber. Remember when I said it would be useful for later? The carbon fiber is going to act as a base. So once I've 3D printed all the pieces of the Batman armor, I could replace it with the carbon fiber, then add all the other materials from there. Now I'm going to take this new material, the graphene fabric, and I'm going to cut everything out of this. Now, we tested 30 layers, but I'm gonna do 10. When I was working with the graphene fabric especially, even though it's so thin, cutting it was ridiculously hard. I spent hours having to cut out 140 different pieces. After I had all the layers cut, I epoxied it all together, then coated everything in Line-X, and it was ready to go. This is gonna take a while. For all of these plates, I need to take this metal piece and bend it into fitting behind it. Problem is, as you can see, this stuff is extremely springy. As you can see, it's actually, so it's difficult to bend it to shape. Then for each of the carbon fiber pieces, I need to kind of clean up these ends here so that the stick's better. Glue it, hold it together with clamps, let it dry, then put it on the vest, then we'll be done. So now, after 2 months of hard work, the suit is finally done. So let's see if this can actually stop a bullet.
Stand a little further back.
Sorry?
Stand a little further back. Yeah, do some kicks.
This is gonna be crazy. I don't think anyone's done this on YouTube yet. So if you're enjoying it, all I ask is you subscribe. Road to 10 mil. I'd be redoing the same test that I did at the beginning, starting with a bat, then a knife, and then finally a gun. Except this time, my friend Robin would not be holding back. Also, I'm just remembering that I had a friend named Robin this whole time. I didn't even see the correlation, so, huh? That's crazy. And as expected, the bat did nothing. But for the knife...
Hey, what's up, bats?
What's up, bat?
You ain't got nothing on me. You see this?
Even though he went way harder...
Dude, I'm going pretty hard.
There was absolutely no getting through it. Like, it's like right above my heart. But yeah, no, like, it didn't even make it through like the Nanovate. Like, I have nothing to worry about, which is crazy. So now it was time to see if it could stop a bullet. We tested 2 different types, starting with a 22, which is a lot smaller and goes a lot faster. This is something that even the people at Nova Graphene weren't quite sure if it would be able to stop.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so it hit there. Did it go through? No, it didn't.
You can feel the...
Oh, you could feel it in there.
Deformation.
That's sick! It did stop it. Now we're gonna try a harder one. It's a 9mm. This is a really commonly used bullet, so if it were able to stop this, then it's safe to say that it's bulletproof.
Whoa.
That sounded like it might have gone through. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. It went through.
There it is. Right there's the bullet.
Yeah, that's totally where it hit.
See it?
Yeah.
You see the bullet?
The thing is, though, I think it's just like almost push the panel out of the way a little bit in the back.
It wasn't glued together, no.
Would be curious to see if it can actually stop it if it's at the right place.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm good whenever.
Whoa. It definitely broke this apart. So that could be glued a little bit better. It didn't escape. It stopped it.
It's definitely better than nothing.
Yeah, it would definitely really hurt you. So that worked. It stopped the bullet. We stopped the 22. We stopped the 9mm. I would definitely want this on compared to having nothing at all, for sure. So I'm gonna keep playing around with this as well as a few of my other projects. I've got a bunch of cool stuff coming, so subscribe to stay tuned, and thank you for watching.